Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today we're going to be doing a comic book history of Tigra. So Tigra was recently introduced into the contest and she has some pretty unique abilities, but let's see if Kabam did her justice or if she just ends up being a, well, bad kitty. So Greer Grant was your typical college sophomore when she fell in love with rookie policeman Bill Nelson. Now, Bill and Greer, they married and she dropped out of college. Lame, but whatever, it happens. Now, tragically, Bill was killed in an off-duty shooting and Greer was left on her own. So her old physics professor, Dr. Joanne Tumalo, actually hired Greer as her lab assistant. And then Tumalo actually kind of revealed to Greer that she had a private project going on that was being funded by Malcolm Donalbain, this guy, which was in an effort to kind of help women reach their full, both physical and mental potential. Now, like I said before, Malcolm Donalbain funded the research and actually chose Shirley Bryant to be the first quote-unquote guinea pig or guinea cat. Although Greer, she also secretly received the experiments as well. Now, Shirley was actually given a yellow cat suit with blue claws, gloves, and a sash, and it actually had a will nullifier collar that forced her to obey Donalbain. Now, Donalbain ordered Shirley to demonstrate her abilities, and she did, but she fell to her death. So Greer kind of took this upon herself to don the cat suit. She defeated Donalbain. She also defeated the Owl, Commander Kraken, Man Bull, and the Man Killer. Now, when a kidnapping attempt was performed on Tumalo, Greer actually interrupted it. Now, Hydra was the ones who were trying to kidnap Tumalo, but like I said before, Greer interrupted it, but she was shot with an alpha radiation pistol and mortally wounded. And the only way that Greer could be saved was if she basically was kind of turned into one of these mystical cat people through mystic augmentation. Now, the reborn Tigra basically abandoned her previous identities as Greer and the cat. Now, and oh, spoiler alert, if you recognize the yellow suit and the blue cowl and that sort of thing from the cat suit, Hellcat actually found that suit and took that suit and became Hellcat. So, spoiler alert, crossover. Now, Tigra actually had several run-ins with famous, or infamous, I should say, villains such as Super Skrull. She fought alongside the Fantastic Four, and she actually even had a little bit of a thing for the Thing. I mean, we all have a thing for the Thing, let's face it, right? She had been captured by Kraven the Hunter and even made, well, his slave, so to speak. Now, she has had a long love affair with Hank Pym. They actually had a baby together, and she even joined the Avengers to help defeat Molecule Man. Now, Tigra actually left the Avengers after a battle with the Hood and joined the West Coast Avengers under Hawkeye and James Rhodes as Iron Man instead of Tony Stark. Now, Hawkeye wanted to actually test Tigra to see if she was in control of her tiger soul, but she tried to kill him, proving that she wasn't. So there was this big ordeal where they removed her soul and put it in this kind of jar type thing. And then Tigra and Hank got kidnapped by some demons, so Hellstorm and Hellcat fought to save them. Tigra broke the soul container that trapped her cat soul, and it bonded with her yet again, but this time it bonded, the union between them was even stronger, and she actually grew a tail. So that's why she has a tail in the contest. Now, Tigra has actually had a vast amount of story arcs, including ones with Ghost Rider, Scarlet Witch with the House of M, Taskmaster, Luke Cage, Civil War, The Secret Invasion. She's had run-ins with Red Hulk. She's been in Fear itself, Avengers versus the X-Men, some with Dazzler, and many, many more. She has had her hands in a number of story arcs. So now that we know a little bit about Tigra, let's talk about her abilities. Now, obviously, she's going to have tiger-like abilities with that cat-bonded soul that she has. She has razor sharp retractable claws that are strong enough to cut through steel. She has heightened senses and night vision. She can detect someone's mood by scent. She can lift up to 10 tons, and she has, of course, cat-like agility. Now, she can jump at least 40 feet with one leap and can reach speeds of 70 miles per hour. She can detect non-visible injuries such as internal bleeding or broken ribs. She has a minor healing factor. She has a slight resistance to telepathic attacks. She can communicate with cats, and she can even dislocate her shoulders to escape entrapment. Now, she is an expert in hand-to-hand combat because she was trained not only by Captain America, but she has full police training thanks to her late husband, and she is also a skilled pilot. So now that we know a little bit about how she is in the comics, let's take a revisit about how she is in MCOC and see if if Kabam did her justice. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I feel like Kabam really missed the mark here with Tigra. So while Tigra is a super fun champ to play, the neutralize she has is kind of cool, and the rupture effect, the rupture DOT that she puts on is a nice little thing. But I wish they would have given her more to how she is in the comics. Now, in the comics, she's got these razor sharp claws, right? So she should at least give some sort of a crit bleed. And not only that, if she can cut through steel, those champs that are bleed immune, maybe they suffer the rupture effect instead. I think that would have been kind of a nice little added bonus to her. Now, as for her minor healing factor, if she has this, Kabam should have given her a slight regen. Even if it was something like what Sorcerer Supreme has, how she regens on block, that would have been a nice little added bonus. Would it counter suicides? Probably not, but I feel like it would have been a nice little added bonus since she does have that in the comics. Now, she is resistant to some telepathic effects, so why not, when she faces inverse controls, put it on a timer, right? She puts it on a timer, therefore she, can kind of have a resistance to inverse controls. I think that would have been a hugely added benefit to her. Plus, it would have tied her into how she is in the comics. Now, she is unblockable when she's far away from you, which is kind of nice. And the mist mechanic also kind of adds in with the tiger senses, but they could have added some sort of evade mechanic to her as well. I think that would have helped as well with the tiger senses that she has. Now, when she has maybe a rupture or a bleed on the opponent, that she goes into like a tiger frenzy since she has heightened ability, so she knows when her opponent is, bleeding or suffering some sort of internal injury. I think that would have been a really cool thing for them to add to her. So overall, I feel like Kabam kind of missed the mark big time here with Tigra. I feel like they could have done more. She is a fun champ to play, but she's just kind of one of those ones that falls in the middle of the pack for me. But anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Tigra? Do you think Kabam really missed the mark on some of her abilities after learning about how she is in the comics, or do you think they did her justice? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.